Tyler, you've been covering South by Southwest for us for a few days now, but you also live there. What's capturing your attention this time around?
I mean, it would be easy to say everything. This city drastically changes and transforms, basically the very first weekend of March. Honestly, music and brands are a huge thing with South by Southwest. I know there's many portions, but that is probably what captures the most attention. Brands start showing up on everything in the entire city. Everything becomes plastered with flyers and promotions, and a lot of that also deals with bands as well. Music has become a huge part of the interactive portion, meaning that music starts a lot earlier than it used to.
So how do people in Austin prepare for such a big event, which is of course even bigger this year because Apple is featuring its iTunes Festival for the first time?
Well, to be honest, a lot of people actually go out of town. They go on vacation and rent out their places. But many other people prepare by getting lots of sleep, making sure you're rested and hydrated. If you work at all involved in the festival, your email starts kicking up, so you have to make sure that you are on point and everything is lined up and scheduled, because when it gets here, it is a force to be reckoned with.
So what are you hearing about what's going on with things like flying into Austin or trying to find hotel rooms?
Well, I got to tell you, I flew back from New York on Monday night, just a few days before the festival even began, and it had already changed. There's definitely more of a scene, definitely a lot more hipsters at the airport than usual, and there are a lot in Austin. But it fills up, it's crowded. Every flight coming into Austin is a full flight, and people have a lot of gear. There's a lot of baggage. A friend of mine flew through Austin to actually head up towards the Dallas area and said that there was sort of celebrities and different people involved with the festival on that flight. So it's nonstop traffic. There's just a lot happening, especially at the airport and into Austin.
Interesting. And what have you discovered going around and talking to people as you report for Newsrooms?
Well, let's see. Yesterday we spoke with several people that were involved in the Sessions and the Accelerator program. One of the things that has been huge at this year's festival, besides lots of different avenues of technology, because it is the interactive portion, is wearable technology. That is huge this year. You see it everywhere. Whether it's the Google glasses or different areas, that's a big part. It's also, people are taking this idea and running with it. We saw a panel that dealt with a gentleman, I believe it was Andy Goodman, talking about taking wearable technology one more step until it becomes embeddable technology that is in you. We're also seeing a lot of apps and a lot of networking.
So, of course, Google Glass is one of the standouts when it comes to wearable technology. So, do you sense there that that's still gaining traction, or do you see the attention focusing elsewhere?
Well, that's funny. You can actually see more of a Google Glasses presence here at the festival. People are wearing them. It's not everyone, but there are a lot of people wearing them. They're very hard to miss. And I think some of the novelty of the glasses, while they still capture your attention, has gone. With more people wearing them, there's definitely a look. People that are wearing Google Glasses are definitely not really engaged, so it's very robotic seeming. And if you're into Star Trek, there is a little bit of a Borg sense of ness about them.
Sounds a bit surreal.
Yeah, a little
Tyler,
bit.
If I could move to another subject, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange spoke there yesterday about a new totalitarian world, and Edward Snowden, of course, speaks there today via live feed. I'm just wondering, do you sense that South by Southwest is taking on more of a political tone?
I don't know. Part of me wants to say no. I mean, people definitely showed up en masse for that, and they are streaming, so lots of people are watching, and it's very enticing. But I'm not getting a whole lot of politicalness to this South by Southwest. As it is right now, people are going to these and talking about it, but it still remains all about the technology and about networking.
So what do people there make of Lady Gaga giving the keynote address, which is a role that the likes of Lou Reed and Dave Grohl had previously? Do you think that detracts at all from the indie spirit of South by Southwest?
Well, reactions are definitely mixed to Lady Gaga being here. I mean, she is a huge celebrity, so it's bringing a lot of attention. Every news outlet is reporting her presence at the festival. reactions are going to be mixed on this. It's Lady Gaga. People are going to come to that show, and it's going to sell out, and a lot of people aren't going to be able to get in and going to want to get in. And there's also the backlash a little bit. People think that it does detract from the spirit of what South by Southwest began. Is she qualified to be a keynote speaker? I don't know. That's not my call to make. But she is definitely reaches this ideal of something huge when it comes to the festival. And the point of anything is, even when it starts small, is to grow and become something big. So maybe it's just a sign of success.
On a more serious note, Tyler, you met Grumpy Cat, and it sounds as though she remains unimpressed with the people and the technologies there. So I'm wondering, what do you think South by Southwest needs to do to attract more get more engagement out of her?
Well, I gotta say, Grumpy Cat is gonna be unimpressed with anything. That is pretty much her thing. I gotta say, when I met her, some people did say that it seemed like she warmed to me a little bit and seemed just a little less grumpy. But if one thing she was grumpy about is probably the just mass amounts of people. As we talked about, South by Southwest has grown every single year. It's a sign of success. This festival is doing very, very well. It doesn't mean that our very small city, it's hard on this city to hold this many people.
Right.
There's only so much lodging, there's only so much space. It raises a lot of questions about the future of this festival if it's going to be growing exponentially.
Thanks, Tyler, very much for all the hard work you're doing down there. And,
well, thank you.
Thanks a lot for the insight. It's been great talking to you. We'll talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to go check out some real-life Mario Karts after I get done with this.
Enjoy that.
Thank you.